This is the Fukuoka Kokusai Center, the international center, where the sumo always takes place. Another newcomer coming out, Dejima, is not the one, it's the man he's fighting, it's Ushiomaru. He's at 170 kilos, the heavy end of the scale. Dejima a mere 162, so a headbanging start there by the two wrestlers. Dejima charges out but gets sidestepped, just pushed off the line a bit by Ushiomaru, and that's enough for Ushiomaru to get round behind and shove him out from behind with okuridashi. Next out, Kotonowaka, slow wrestler, usually takes his time. Most of these bouts are over in just a few seconds, but Kotonowaka tends to take a lot longer than that. Here fighting Wakanoyama. They've fought 6 times previously, each has won 3 times. Well, Wakanoyama seems to have got Kotonowaka on the run there, pushing him against the edge. Very heavily taped up knee of Kotonowaka's, and he's struggling a bit, trying to block that drive by Wakanoyama to the edge. There's a kotenagi attempt there against the forearm, but Kotonowaka gets pushed out over the edge. Oshidashi win there for Wakanoyama. Obviously, Kotonowaka's lost a lot of mobility with that knee injury of his. Moving down the weights a bit now. Not that it's in weight divisions, it's open weight. This is one of the lightest wrestlers, a mere 122 kilos. He's fighting Aminishiki, who's just slightly heavier at 124 kilos. So 2 small men in sumo terms facing off. Now these two have fought each other 6 times previously in the past, and Kaiho's won all 6 of them. But Aminishiki there's got that deep grip round the back. That's a very much a controlling grip. Kaiho's trying to lock onto one of Aminishiki's arms, but Aminishiki spins him over there with the overarm grip of his, the Iwate grip, and that dumps Kaiho out the ring. So first win there for Aminishiki, first loss for Kaiho. Flamboyant wrestler now about to come out. It's Toki, the bright orange mawashi, the belt, so also known as the shimekomi, and also distinguished by his long sideburns. Here fighting Tokitsuumi. They fought 9 times in the past. Toki's got the edge before this particular win. He'd already beaten Tokitsuumi 5 times, so that now makes it 6 times, and that was a very quick slap down by Toki on Tokitsuumi as he came forward. Rules are very straightforward. You either push the opponent outside the ring or you make him touch down inside. The only thing that's safe touching the ring inside is the soles of the feet. Now we have Tochinonada against Kotoryu. These have had 9 head-to-heads in the past. Tochinonada's won 6 of them. Tochinonada there driving Kotoryu right to the edge, who manages to fight back from that and twist round. Both of these wrestlers had pretty poor bashos last time. Tochinonada only had 4 wins, Kotoryu had 5 wins. But it's Tochinonada there on the edge that forces Kotoryu over with yorikiri. Well, there's a few empty seats in this Fukuoka International Center. Would have been full up if Takanohana had fought. He was an enormous crowd puller the last basho. The ratings were enormous when he fought Musashimaru on the last day of the last basho, but in his absence it's dropped a bit. Now we have Shimotori, newcomer. 2 wrestlers here with bird names in their sumo names. Kyokushuzan means his name has Hawk Mountain in the middle of it. Shimotori means Frostbird. Well, that was a pretty vigorous bout there. Now Robocop, it's his trademark, loves all these big slapping movements before he settles down for the final charge. Here fighting Gojoro. They've never fought before. Takamisakari, despite his odd movements, is a very skillful sumo wrestler. So some good results. Last basho, he only scored 4, but up to that point, he was winning spectacularly. Last basho, he came up against the wall of the top-ranking wrestlers. There you can see the fans applauding him. Very popular wrestler here in Japan. Now we have Tamanoshima, the Kata Onami stable, fighting Kotomitsuki, who a couple of bashos ago broke his jaw, and he seems to be back on form. Jaw not bothering him apparently. Scored 12 in the last basho. And there's a nice push out, single arm push out, oshidashi against Tamanoshima's chest to win with oshidashi. And a little bit of prize money for Kotomitsuki, who in the past won a basho. That was in the autumn tournament, September last year. Now Wakanosato, man very strong, could do with a bit more technique. So they say over here. Relies on his strength too much. Here fighting Tamakasuga. They fought 5 times in the past. Wakanosato's won 4 of those. Well, he kept Tamakasuga on the run there, just around the inside rim of the circle. Eventually drove him out with yorikiri. So first win for Wakanosato. Well, some are saying that he'll eventually be promoted to Ozeki, but his results don't really justify that yet. He's normally taking about 9 or 10 wins per basho, needs nearer the 12 mark to get to Ozeki. Now we have Tochiazuma against Miyabiyama. They fought 14 times in the past. Tochiazuma on the left, there's won 9 of them. Almost sidesteps Miyabiyama's charge there, jumped up a little bit, slapped Miyabiyama, but Miyabiyama recovered from that and lunged and shoved Tochiazuma out the circle. So oshidashi win there for Miyabiyama. Now we have Hokutoriki, newcomer to this Makuuchi division, here fighting Musoyama, who's been in this Makuuchi division since 1993. Won a tournament quite a long time ago. There, drives forward, disposes of the younger and lighter wrestler without too much trouble. Another oshidashi win there. 2 types of sumo generally. There's the pushing sumo, otherwise known as oshi sumo. And then there's the belt sumo, yotsu sumo. Yotsu sumo is regarded as the classical style. The sumo elders much prefer their wrestlers to win on the belt. Now this is the man who's causing a lot of excitement in Japan, steadily scoring each basho around the 11 or 12 mark. Recently promoted to Ozeki, hasn't won a tournament yet. It's only a lightweight, 137 kilos. Well there, he looked like he was on the run there. Tosanumi charged into him, got him moving backwards. And then Asashoryu just shrugged him off and slapped him down. So it's Skiyatoshi win there for Asashoryu. Asashoryu incidentally won the 2 one-day knockout tournaments that were held here in Japan. End of September and early October. And the other winner, the third winner of the third tournament, was Takamisakari. So now we're amongst the Ozekis. Takanonami, former Ozeki, now fighting at Maegashira 1 against Chiyo Taikai. Chiyo Taikai, the younger of the 2. Takanonami's got quite a collection of tricks up his sleeve, as it were. Does some good leg hooks, does a good arm throw, the kote nagi, and he uses his height very effectively. Well, there he stops Chiyo Taikai's charge, but Chiyo Taikai eventually comes back. Well, that was interesting, because Chiyo Taikai does come out hard and strong, and yet he was pushing with his hands and moving backwards at the same time. Well, there we can see. Now that is reckoned to be pretty bad sumo, to push with the hands, to tsupari moves and move back at the same time. But eventually he recovers, drives into Takanonami's throat and sends him over the ring. A moment of instability there for Chio Taikai against the old veteran. Now Kaiho. This is the man generally reckoned to be able to become the next grand champion. He's got the ability in him when he's on top form. Well, all those kids there, the little things they're waving says Kaiho. He's a local lad, is Kaiho. These are all his local fans cheering him on. So there's a lot of noise here in support of Kaiho, and incidentally Takanowaka is also from this area, Kyushu area. These two have fought 8 times previously. Kaiho won 7. Well, Takanowaka's been looking strong, certainly in these old one-day tournaments that have been held in Japan this last month. He's always had promise, never really fulfilled it, but 26 years old, still got a chance, doesn't seem to have too much in the way of injuries. So here leaning into Kaiho. Kaiho, we know, has got to bow back. Kaiho gets him on the run there. Moment hesitation from Takanowaka, and Kaiho drives him out. So yorikiri win there for Ozeki Kaiho. Well, if Musashi Maru's wrist is weak, this is the man who could well come through and win this basho. Well, there from the opening charge, the tachiai into the slam into each other, the atari, and then settle down on the belt. Kaiho with that left arm grip on the inside, the underarm grip, the shitatenagi. Throws can be done from that grip. But then he starts powering in, uses his superior weight. He's about 20 kilos heavier than Takanowaka, and drives him over the edge. Now, grand champion Musashi Maru, 237 kilos. Said recently that his ideal fighting weight was 220 kilos, so he's some 17 kilos heavier than he wants to be. Here fighting Kyokuten Ho. These two have fought each other 8 times previously. Kyokuten Ho has never won. So Kyokuten Ho almost gets around the side there, starts to drive the big man back. Had him on the run there slightly, but Musashi Maru recovers and drives him out. So opening win for the grand champion, the only grand champion in this tournament. And first loss for Kyokuten Ho, who's back in at Komusubi rank. This is his 2nd time at that rank. Well, at the end of day 1, 4 Ozekis won. But it's very early days yet. But stay with us, we'll be back very shortly after the break.